Hey everybody, welcome to another Board Game School video, and today, instead of doing our usual Magic Realm videos, we're jumping over to a different game called Dragons Down. And this is a game that was invented with the thought of being inspired by Magic Realm, but also being streamlined and some of the mechanics changed around to make it for an easier to set up game and a quicker game overall. And I have Angelus Novus, he's my friend Pablo here, going to play the game with me, and he's the one who set up this TTS mod that is, I think, going to be available tomorrow. Probably a few days after I have this video ready. A few days before I have this video ready. And he is going to take it from here and explaining what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah, thank you, Casey. I'm very excited to be here. I love playing this game. I know about this game from maybe more than a year ago when it was first announced at Board Game Geek. We only have hints of what this game was going to be, and all the Magic Realm community was kind of excited to learn about it. Also, maybe a little bit hesitant, or a little bit wondering how this game will turn out to be. So my curiosity led me to kind of get in touch with the designer, and I saw kind of like the mod that they have, so I started to modify things and customize the mod, and then I end up being the kind of like the creator of the official mod for Tabletop Simulator. That's what we're playing today. But basically, Dragons Down is right now on Kickstarter. It's in its second week. I think there's only like 2 more weeks left for the Kickstarter campaign. I highly suggest people here check out the campaign. Maybe this is a game they will be interested in. I've had a blast playing it. I've played many games already. I've played with many configurations, many number of players. I've died many times too. I finished very few of them, but still, the game enthralls me. It's rich, it's complex, combat is fun. There's a lot of variety, there's a lot of surprises, and I would say it's a good alternative to Magic Realm, being that Magic Realm was published in 1979. It's difficult to get a hold of a copy, and even if you get a hold of a copy, that copy was produced in 1979, 1982, 1983. So, it's old material, the rulebook is rough. So this is a modernized, as Casey was saying, streamlined, more user-friendly version. I don't want to say version because it is its own game, but inspired game that continues the tradition of Magic Realm, and it's a really good game by its own. Yeah.
All right on. Okay, so today we're going to run this as a playtest, and it's going to be edited down. There'll probably be a full 3-4 hour game for us, but we're going to edit it down to like the highlights of the combat and discoveries and things like that, and then try to cover some of the mechanics. So before we get started, we were going to go through... Pablo likes to go through the rules, what would he call it, like the...
Just kind of like the scenario we're going to play, and the optional rules we're going to choose to play this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, I encourage people to read the rules by themselves at some point. I forgot to mention the designer name is Scott Demers. The company is Mr. B Games. And basically, what we have here is just the core box. So in the Kickstarter right now, there's the core box and the expansion. The expansion is the claim that it adds 40% more of content. It's already a lot of content just in the core box, but with the expansion, it will be a really vast game. So the game has some scenarios in a booklet that we don't have here. Those scenarios are more thematic or a little bit more, let's say, focused they have a more directed narrative. But the main way to play the game, and the game people are going to play the most, and it's highly replayable, you can play it many times, is kind of like this main scenario, main one of playing. And there's 3 kind of ways of playing this experience, kind of like the full game. The first type of a scenario, of main scenario, is open realm. Basically, there's 18 tiles. You build a map, putting together these 18 tiles beforehand, and then we choose characters, and those characters will start outside of the realm, will enter the realm, and will go around the realm, discovering what treasures sites are there, what monsters, etc. The second way of playing is explore the realm. In explore the realm, we build a map as we go. We start in just one tile, and from there we start moving around and revealing more tiles, thus exploring the realm and building as we go. The third variant is called Legendary, and Legendary can be played either building the map as we go or pre-building the map. The difference between Legendary and these two is that Legendary, you play until one player gets to 20 points, and at that point the game ends. At the moment the player retires with 20 legend points, wins the game. With Open Run and Explore the Realm, you play for 30 turns, and whoever has the most points at the end of 30 turns wins the game. So Casey, what would you like to play today?
Well, I think we should, because for ease of setup, so we can get playing, is we do this Explore the Realm so that we can just start real simple and we'll go and add to it instead of trying to build the map.
Perfect. So 30 turns, Explore the Realm?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Now that we have chosen our scenario, we're gonna, agree on optional rules. We're not gonna explain the rules. We're gonna play as we go. This is more like a playthrough, but we do want to first go over the optional rules and what we're gonna choose for this specific playthrough.
Okay. Run through them, so we'll see how it goes, and then we do have the player versus player. So these are the optional rules that you should decide between the players before every game.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Just one note, like combat readiness, I think it is actually a buff, not a nerf. Casey, you should choose a character first.
All right, so I want to show off the magic here, and I have been playing testing for about a week, a little over a week, and I want to do my routine because I want to actually do well. And so since I'm more familiar with the Sorcerer, like I would in Magic Realm, I'm going to choose the Sorcerer class, and then I have to pick a race to go with this. Now, to try to sum up what I would do, if we look at this Sorcerer here, if you haven't seen this before, there's a couple of lines here that have these little cube slots, and then you see these colored cubes at the bottom here. These brown cubes are the movement. So they kind of define your attack speed and your movement speed. And so I have 3 cubes here. Generally, you see stuff between 0 and 4 cubes is the average. There's some where you can get more than that, but in this case, the Sorcerer has some decent speed here, but if I'm trying to dodge with 1, then I have 2 speed. And so he's got a mid-range speed here. I have 1 strength cube, so I don't have a ton of strength, and I have 2 magic cubes. And this cube here that has this blue and purple, it's a cube that I can decide if I want a blue or a purple cube. I have to pick it at the beginning, and I can say 2 cubes or 1 blue, 1 purple, depending on the magic I want to pick. Now, showing you this is important because I also will choose spells, and one of the spells I would choose as a Sorcerer is a Fireball for an attack, and the Fireball takes 3 spell cubes to cast. Now, one of the ways I can solve this, if I say I take 2 purple cubes, is I could enchant a tile, and then the 3rd purple would come from the tile, which would help me cast this, and I could use that fatigue one here so that I wouldn't have to fatigue. I could use the purple from the tile. So that's one of the custom rules that we didn't use, so we could pull that off. But I'm thinking, like, I want to have more magic than 2 and have to rely on the tile. So I go up here and I go, let's look at the races. We have a human, we have an elf, we have dwarf, we have halfling. Now, every time you choose one of the races, you see they get a cube added. So the human has a movement cube, like a, move and attack speed, an additional cube. The elf has a magic cube, and it's multicolored, so you can pick the extra magic cube. The dwarves have an extra strength cube, so they get to add some strength, and the halflings also have an extra movement cube. And you can see here they add an extra slot. With the humans, you have attack extra slot, and with the elves, you have movement. Dwarves, you have movement, and halflings, you have movement. So You would think that I would choose the elf so I could get the extra magic cube. But if I do get the extra magic cube from the tile, then I can use this extra cube that the humans have in the attack slot. The humans are the only ones that that from this choice right now that I have an extra attack slot. So if I choose this human here, let's see which one I got here. Yeah, I'll pick up the human and put it over here. And we have this situation where now I would have 3 speed for my attack. And if you look at the Sorcerer's special ability here, it says, Sorcerers are adept at casting magic using 1 discipline. If a Sorcerer casts a spell using only 1 color of magic, the attack speed is +1. So if I use these 3 cubes and then I get a +1, it's a 4 speed. So I'm going to be able to undercut a lot of monsters. I'd want to do that from hidden because I probably would be doing that first round from hidden, so because I probably wouldn't have any cubes left unless I was alerted to at least do 1 movement. But so I'm going to go with this combination to get the speed instead of the extra magic cube and depend on enchanting the tiles to get the 3rd magic cube. And so that's why I chose that. And so I'll grab my cubes. We have 4.
Yep. It's worth noting that the expansion that's available during this Kickstarter has 2. It's going to come with like more than 5, 6. I don't know, maybe even 8 or 10 classes. I'm not really sure right now. Seeing that Casey is going to do a spellcaster, I'm going to demonstrate more like a fighter class. So I'm going to be a traditional, very versatile warrior. Warriors are very equipped. They come with 4 items: a breastplate, an iron helmet, shield, and a short sword. They are speedy. They have a speed of 4, or 4 brown cubes that could be placed to increase the speed of your attack, or increase the speed of your maneuver to avoid attacks. The only other class that has more cubes is the Robe with 5, but the warrior comes in second, so I like that a lot. He has 2 might cubes, which is enough to kill a lot of monsters in this game with 1 blow. I mean, it's better if you have 3 like the knight, because you can kill almost everything with 1 blow or 2, but 2 is good enough. And has 2 health, a little bit of wisdom, and a little bit of intelligence. He also, the warrior class also is adept, meaning that they can equip and unequip items easier than other players. So, seeing all this, I'm going to pick the warrior, and I'm going to pair it up with something. So, I was thinking maybe the halfling, because they have the stealthy ability. I will be able to hide a lot. I've been playing the halfling. I really like this class, or this lineage. But instead, I really want to demonstrate combat, so I'm going to go with a dwarf, because the dwarf is going to give me the extra health and an extra might cube. So now I do have strength of 3, so I can do bigger attacks, attacks that are going to deal more damage.
Nice.
So I like that. It also goes well with my initial abilities. So let's go with that. So also dwarves are very good at caves. So they normally in caves you only have 3 actions to do every turn. With that dwarf you go up to 4 actions, which is normal in any other type of terrain except in caves.
Nice.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my 4 brown cubes coming from here. Then 1, 2, 3 might cubes. Then 3 health. And now we go for the items and the rest. Okay.
Alright, so those are our characters. Save those guys, and then I have to pick my spells. And of course the first spell I foreshadowed, which is Fireball, because I'm going to need 3 to do that, so I'm going to have to do a lot of enchanting. And it's either Fly, Shapeshift, Strength, or Iron Skin. I think I'm going to go with Fly this time. Try to maneuver around the world a little bit faster here.
Yeah. So, how you play Explore the Realm is these 3 that have the white letters, the white text. They are considered civilization tiles. We're going to randomly select one of these 3 tiles to be the starting tile for the game. So I'm gonna put this inside this bag, and we'll take it through here, and it's gonna be the sanctuary. Okay, interesting. So after that, we're gonna place all the rest of the tiles, 18 of them, well 17 plus this one here, and then we will be drawing them as we go. We're gonna be exploring.
Excellent.
So after that, we're going to, okay, so you can roll the die to see where the sanctuary
All right.
is actually going to be located inside this tile.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. So that means we have a sanctuary on this corner of the map. Very nice. And we have the priests in here as well. Now, we have to, we both have to decide where we want to start in this style. You can go first.
I definitely want to start on the civilization.
Okay, I'll start at the location as well.
The sanctuary. Yep.
With the priests.
And then we would pull in the to start. We would draw 2 civilizations since this one's revealed. Yep. Find out who's there, right?
Yep.
The Smith and the Crone. Okay, that's pretty good for starting.
Very good. I really like the Smith because it has a lot of weapons, and I rely a lot of armor, gear, weapons. So the Smith has 8 items, so that's a lot. Let's start.
So we put the Chits in the bag, and then we randomly draw, and we'll see what happens here. So let's shuffle it up. And the Barbarian Warrior goes first. The Dwarf Warrior, sorry.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trade. I have no money, so I know what is here, but I'm not going to buy it. I don't have that. I start with 0 gold, so it was good to know that there are good treasures here that I might come back once I get some money. Okay.
And so that's how the trade action works out the civilizations.
Yes, I could now haggle and try to buy something, but honestly, with 0 money, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So
took a mission.
I'm just gonna pick this. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick package. Yeah, I'm gonna pick these 2. Why not? Deliver a package to the next civilization location in alphabetical order, and those are gonna be my 2 starting missions.
All right.
Okay, that was 1 action. Let's just explore. I'm gonna explore here. That's my 2nd action.
Okay.
And when you explore, you don't move, you just reveal a tile and you have to place it. Not that action gets cancelled. I am able to place this, connected as is. And this is a cave tile. I like caves because I'm a dwarf. So, I'm going to put it like this. And maybe I will flip it. Yeah, I'm going to flip it so I can go this direction or this direction. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, explore. 3, move into the caves. Normally, I will have to stop my actions here, but because I am a dwarf, I have my full 4 actions, even though I'm in a cave clearing. So, 4th action, I'm gonna alert. That's it, Casey.
All right. So yeah, and that's what he's doing over here with the cubes. He's got the move. He did an explore, which is like a search, and the trade and the sneak. So if he needs to hide, the sneak option in Dragons Down is pretty neat. Instead of rolling a bunch of hide rolls every turn, you can opt in to sneak, and then if monsters actually show up to get you, then you would roll the hide roll. So it kind of saves time on having to hide all the time. It's pretty good optimization of that mechanic from Magic Realm. All right, so then that's Pablo's turn now. It's my turn as a sorcerer. What I will do, since he did the 1, I will trade with the smith. So we'll go over here and we'll set up the smith. We have to set up the smith deck. The only item I'm interested in here, I'm going to take the spider smiter as a mission, so I'll put this over here. And the one thing I am interested in is this Sceptre of the Sorcerer. And the
and you are the
sorcerer. I am the sorcerer. I do start with 15 gold. It's a long shot. The good thing about the human and the sorcerer is I have this 4 charisma, which I think is the smith like charisma, or no? Yeah, he likes charisma. So I actually have a decent chance here. So I'm doing a trade. And I'm going to try to do The Haggle, I'm going to use that.
So Haggle is a free roll,
And
but if you ever get shut the door, then you cannot trade. You cannot do any. You incordiated. You've angered the person you were trying to deal with, and then they will shut the door to you for the rest of the day.
So because I have what he's got one, is that one count, or how does it work here? He's got one charisma.
No, you have
4, so I have to get
whatever attribute they like. They like charismatic people. You are very charismatic.
Yeah, I've got 4. So I need to get under that,
now
right?
Your roll equal or less will start reducing. The base price for this item is 3 times its price, so it's going to be 12. Every time you roll, if you get a result of 4 or less, you reduce that times 1. So if you successfully roll the first time, you will reduce it to, instead of 36, 24. If you do it two times consecutive, you will get to the base price of 12, and that's where you have to
so the only way I can get it, it's a long shot, is to try to get it twice so I can haggle it down to 12 because I start with 15 gold. So we'll start there. So that's now down to 24, right?
Yeah, anything but I think anything but door shut will get you there.
Got it. Okay, so now that I've haggled him down to 12, and so I'm going to spend this gold. So I'm going to go down to 2 and get this. So now I actually do have an extra purple cube, which would be very nice. That's right. It's also an epic treasure, so I have to do what? If we look at this LP and fame here, I'm going to scale it up. Reveal an epic treasure is 1 LP and 5 fame. So we'll do that. 5, so I got that. And I'm on the board, and that's my first action. My next action is going to be an explore. I'm going to explore this direction here. So we have a timberland. Trade. I did an explore, which is considered a search. I'm going to sneak, so I'm hidden if I need to be, and I'm going to move over 1, so we'll go over. And that would mean now I bring over the timberland. Oh, did you bring over a chit when you went in here?
Oh,
yeah, you gotta bring your chit over. You do yours first. Yeah, when he moved over into the tile, he had to grab a chit and see what it is. Yeah. Treasure, so he gets a treasure.
Oh, I get a free treasure, so I'm gonna get it now. Let's see.
Earth.
Ooh, earth and
seeker. So that's like a green cube, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's a legendary. It's an epic treasure.
Oh,
as well.
It's while it's equipped, you get green magic. Interesting. Okay, and it's the same for me because I'm coming on the timberland. See, he grabbed it here based on this is a black. This hex is a cave tile. It's got black, and so he drew that chit from that pile that comes with the caves. And I've got this timberland here, which is green. So I'm going to go over here to the woods, shuffle these guys up, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, and I get a legendary point and 5 fame because
also treasure. Oh, because you found a legendary.
No, earth and cincture is a epic treasure.
So I also got a treasure, so we will shuffle up here and grab something and see what we get. We got, Braces of Vigor. This is, what does it say here? The hero may place 1 brown action cube in a might box. This cube must come from the hero's health box and counts against the combat round limit. So
you can use 1 brown cube as a red cube.
Where do I equip it? Oh, it's this over here. Huh?
You need both hands, yeah.
So there's that, and this means that I basically get an extra strength slot. And
let's see what
happens. Very
happens.
Explanatory first turn that'll go a lot quicker now.
Oh, 2 monsters show up in caves, and orcs also show up. Let's see what we have.
You definitely, I think I'm okay, but you have something.
I'm gonna get 2 giant bats.
Okay.
Already here. Giant bats are deadly. They are shark with wings. Famous in Magic Realm.
All right. So what do we have here? These bats have a move speed of 4 and attack speed of 1, but 1 hit point. So if you get them, you can kill them. But
I think I am gonna fight the monsters to demonstrate combat. I might die, but it's gonna be interesting. So now we're going to the battle phase, and we go player by player, and resolve the combat in their clearing. So I go first, so I will resolve my combat first, and Casey will resolve combat. He doesn't have anything to combat, but also the battle phase is the second part of a turn. We already did action phase, now we do battle phase. In the battle phase, you can cast the spells even if you are alone.
Yeah, so if I wanted to cast... If I could cast fly, right now would be the time, and then I could fly the next day. But I think I'm going to opt out of it tonight, so...
Okay, so in order for me to attack the bats, so the steps of combats are you first challenge, or they challenge you. Then you have permanent spells, you can imbue them with magic to kind of energize them. Then you can try to run away. If you're faster than the fastest maneuver of any enemy in your clearing, you can run away. Then you're going to target what monster you want to attack, if at all. Then you place your cubes, then the monsters roll, and then we resolve combat. The important thing to note here is that if I'm hidden, I cannot attack them with melee weapons, only with ranged weapons or spells. So in order for me to attack them, I have to voluntarily unhide myself, and then they will see me and they will target me. This cube signifies your might, the strength you're using to, thrust with this sword or cut with this sword. So I'm using some of my strength. I could put another one optionally, and that will increase the damage of the blow by 2 and 3 because the sword is sharpened 3 against unarmored monsters. This is an unarmored monster, but he only requires a blow of 1. So actually this is a little bit of an overkill because it is a blow of 2, but that's what I'm going to do. Just 1 cube, which is mandatory, the other one is optional. So every combat round, if you are not alerted, you can place up to 5 cubes. This is one of my 5 cubes that I've placed, so now I'm going to place all my brown cubes. What do I want to do with them? I don't want to get killed that easy. I can see that if they flip, they can attack at a speed of 2. So at least I'm going to put 2 here.
So if he flips, they still have to try to intercept you.
Yeah, on my maneuver. And I'm going to have a hard time really attacking them. So I think I'm gonna go like this. Very fast at avoiding their attacks, very slow at hitting them.
So I'm gonna rely by three. By 3, it means the bat has to at least have a 4 to automatically hit him, which won't happen even with a 3. Even if the bat is able to hit him with a 3, it'd have to have an equal, which it won't be able to do because I think on the second side it's attack a 2, so they always have to have a double hit to hit him.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, I'm very fast and they're very fast, so we both need very good blows to actually hit each other.
Now you get to hit first, right? You get to hit first because of a few items, because their speed is only 1 and your speed is 1, but you have what in if you're all matching speed, but you have the tiebreaker on the first round, which is one of the special rules, right?
Yeah, length. But first we need to know what.
Oh yeah, we have to roll tactics.
I'm gonna target this bat. This is my only target for this round of combat. And I'm gonna put this here. So I'm gonna target this bat, and we're gonna see what happened to these bats, if they stay as they are or if they flip and change a little bit their tactics. Okay, so giant number 1 doesn't change tactics. Number 2 does change tactics. So okay, and now we resolve the attack based the first round of combat, because we're using the optional rule close to the distance, is going to be based on length. The length of my weapon is 6, the length of the bat is 0, so I hit first. So now I'm going to hit this target with a might of 2 plus a sharpness star, effectively 3 against a 1, and at a speed of 1 against a 4. Okay, so the speed of my attack is lower than the speed of maneuver of the bat. That means that I have to roll these 2 dice, and only if in both sides this symbol is shown, I would have hit. If not, it's a miss. Go. Good.
Miss.
Oh, I miss. You always take the worst result, so this is the worst result, so I miss.
On the
now,
equal symbol, if you see the symbol, this would work if he had like this result. Let's see if we do this right. If that means that they're the equal, so if he would have had like a 4 swing on a 4 thing, he still would have hit him with the equal result. So that's what that's for. Anyway, go ahead. So we got to hit the second.
Yep.
So now we have to resolve the bats towards you, right?
Yep. So now they have the same length, 0. And so the tiebreaker is the speed of the attack. Second round is going to be the opposite. So he attacks me at a speed of 2 against my speed of 3. Maneuver. So he has to do the same as I did. He has to roll these results. And looks like he misses. If the speed of my maneuver was 2, it was equal that his attack. The Bat Wolf hit, but he didn't hit because you take the worst result among these two. This is the worst result, so that's a miss. Because I'm faster than
he doesn't equal his maneuver for his attack.
Oh, yeah. And now the last attack with this one at a speed of 1. Same deal. Misses. All right. Okay. We'll have to have like the best result on this die roll. And he got it. Unfortunately, I get a wound of 2 that I'm gonna soak with my helm. The armor protects you from this kind of blows.
2.
So I have a defense of 4 against an attack of 4. That means that the helm gets damaged but doesn't get destroyed. And I get a wound instead of like probably an insta-kill, although I have 3 cubes, no? But it will cost me a lot. Okay. Continuing on. Oh, hits again.
For 1, though.
Oh, this is painful.
Damage one of these.
Oh, sorry, bat. Oof. Man, I cannot deal with giant bats. They wreck you. I will go first. Come on.
There we go.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, finally I hit. I hit with a strength of 2 with a sharpness that goes to 3 unless it hits armor. It doesn't hit armor. That's a blow of 3 against 1 health. You're gone.
So we got 8 fame for that one.
Yep, 8 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now this guy's gonna attack. Come on. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Took a lot out of you, but you got it.
Got it. Another 8.
That was a close one.
It was.
Now pull, and then I'm going to do an explore. See what's in this next tile over here. Ooh, the oak wood. What's the most fun arrangement of this? Let's see, like that. Yeah, let's do it like that. So that's my first action. And this also has spiders, so I guess I'm not going to miss out on my spider quest if I go over here. And we'll do another token here. And what do we have? We have a site, I think.
Nice.
So that, and I will pull that. And the site is, drum roll, the Trove. So it's a Trove on 2, and
it's woods and
do
orcs.
have that.
So
Giant spiders will be.
I'm gonna get
2.
giant spiders too. 2 each. Yep. Get your giant spiders.
Get your giant spiders. Step in line.
Step in line, sir.
Right. So I do have a quest for killing giant spiders. I'm not exactly ready to do this yet, but at least I've got some. I could do something the next round to make it happen.
I go first. So the first thing I'm gonna do, and that's why I didn't attack the spiders, because if I get a lot of wounds, I have to heal. I just want to get the secret cache, sell it here, buy something better, and then I can come back and kill anything I want, or at least try. Okay, so 1 movement. I'm out of
Yep.
clearing, so nothing's gonna happen. And I'm gonna do a search action. Second action, search
Nice.
action. Ooh,
You
I
find
got it. So move, search. I discovered the secret cache.
Which,
The first to discover a treasure site gains 1 legendary point and 5 fame.
yep. There it is on the second.
And I'm gonna save the secret cache.
There it is. Get 1 deep treasure and 20 gold.
Yes, I don't have to loot this treasure. I just automatically get it. So
I can put the bandits there so they're back. Okay.
Yep.
And
20 gold. Nice. And the treasure is Ascendant Ornament. This is so good.
this is a
for
purple,
you.
gives you strength, right?
You can turn 1 purple into a might cube. Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
it's good for you,
that's pretty
Casey.
nice. Might have to trade you something for it if I get something nice. Ooh, stench. I do have a stench. Kobolds times 2.
Planes, but we don't have plane. Nothing, no?
No, I have kobolds.
Yeah, I'm gonna save space. So, oh, you got
Yeah.
kobolds. Oh,
And that's not too bad. I can actually take these guys on pretty good, but I'm not going to. I do have my sneak, so I have to do my sneak action. See if I remain hidden.
Okay.
Good. I'm still hidden.
So you're not fire
No,
blasting them?
it's just enough of a situation where, see, because they got that speed of 3, that I would need to do a lot of, I could get a speed of 4, but I'd take 1 shot. It would probably do it, but I just want to get in the alert phase, so I at least have 1 maneuver, you know, but even then, yeah, they have, what do they have here? If I look at this here, they are a speed of 2 even on their flip side, so it's, yeah, it's tricky to try to dodge these things if I don't kill them. So we got in here, I will pull a chit. This is from the cave group with the black letters, so. And we have the Dwarven Ruins. Okay, so this is a special, this is like the Lost City or the Lost Castle here, so. In the caves, it would be like the Lost City. And what we do, the standard for Dwarven Ruins or Forgotten City, I think, is we pull 1 chit from each module that we're using in the game. Since we're using 3, we pull 3 chits, right? Okay, so I'm going to pull 1 from the mountains, 1 from the caves, and 1 from the woods. And let's see what kind of excitement is going on here. We have a site. Alright, we have an item, and we have a site. So 2 sites and an item. So I'll pull 2 sites out from our site chits. 1, 2, and then I'll grab an item. So this is kind of exciting tile that could be very dangerous. On top of the fact that there are giant bats and orcs here, there's the Hoard, a very big treasure site, and the chamber. So the Hoard's in the center cave here. And the chamber is where I am. The chamber's in the woods 1.
Wow, it's a great time.
Yeah, it's kind of dangerous though. We got bats and orcs and guardians here. And then I should grab my item. So I've got an item. Shuffle. And my item is short sword.
Great treasure.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Ooh. A Robe
Now you are a
of
caster.
Chanter. I'm gonna get 1 LP and 5 fame. I'm not gonna equip it.
Because it needs to change. It would have to take the place of your breastplate. Boy, I could use that other than I don't have any yellow spells.
Okay, that was my turn.
Alright, I'll do my turn. Let's get all this set up here. Boom. Alright, so now it's my turn. I'm going to go... I definitely have sneak. And I'm moving over here. And I would only get 3 actions, but I want to do an alert, so that would be 4, so I'm going to have to wait till next turn to move over there.
Yep.
All right, so we'll go to day 11 and keep this adventure going.
Yep, day 11.
All right.
You go first.
All right, so I think I'm finally set up here where I have this ready to go. I can do 3 actions, so my 3 actions would be I'm an alert, a sneak, and then try to move over here to the kobolds and see if I can get some points in a combat with the magic. And that's my turn.
Yay, exciting. Let's look at that combat.
Okay, let's see here. We have, first thing I have to assess is the hidden. Since I snuck, and I'm okay with one single one, I can do at least my first shot. Oh, yep. Okay, let me fix that one. Now I just gotta tie this down. Okay, boom. Alright, so the idea here is, let's try to figure this out first. We have, I'm alerted so I could use 6. These guys have a speed of 3. And then they have a speed of 1 on the other side, so we do need a speed of 4 to really undercut them. That would mean I would put this like this. They have a speed of 2 though, so I would get undercut like that, so I don't really want to do that.
Are you not hidden?
I am hidden, right?
Also,
So I guess the first attack, I guess we could do this, yeah. And then I would use, so I got the Sceptre of Sorcerer here. 1 purple magic cube. Oh, that's the one I have here. But I'm using the magic from the enchanted tile, and then the other 2 cubes. So I don't even have to place one on that first one, right? Because I'm using the magic from the enchanted tile here, right? And so that I can get that off, and then I'm firing at 2 targets, so it's basically 3 damage. One is a sharpness star. Do they have armor? I forget. They don't have armor. So
Yeah, you're using 6 cubes, no? Did you alert?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did alert. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then yeah, that would be the 6th one to dodge if I need to. But we're doing from hidden, so I probably don't even need to. On the first roll, so we do know that the bonus is that since I'm using one type of magic, I get the +1. I'm not using a separate colored cube than purple, so I get the +1 attack. So there's 3 + 4, so I'm going to undercut them. Even if they flip, or they actually get worse when they flip. So I'm going to undercut them both, so that's automatic hits. And so I'm just hoping to get a good missile roll, and that should be enough to take them out. Let's see, it might be working. So +2, definitely going to kill the first one, and then -1, which is still just removing 1, so that's still 2 against a 1, right? So that still kills it. And so that will be 5 and 5, so that's 10 fame, so I backed up to 20. So that works out. I kill them before they even could make me roll on the ambush chart.
That's amazing.
And that's a good demonstration of using the fireball, which is the equivalent of fiery blast in Magic Realm.
Yep. Fireball.
So, and that's a combination of using the alert, so I could have 6 cubes, and sneak, so I could fire from hidden, in order to make this very, very vulnerable character effective against multiple targets.
Yeah, that was impressive.
All right. So,
Cave. Did I get anything good?
sight.
Sight. Ooh. Okay, what side will it be? What side will it be? Boom, the altar. Okay, exactly where I am. And look at this. Look at this, Casey.
What is
This
this?
should be hidden information in a normal game, but it's not going to be, because look at this, Casey. Look at my mission, the Dark Worshipper.
Oh.
I need to loot a treasure from the catacombs and from the altar. If I do that and go return to the mine,
21, huh?
I will get some fame, some legend points, and some
But
reward.
you get this bad news, don't you?
And I become an outlaw
Yeah.
because I become kind of like a cultist or something.
Yeah, you're doing some bad
It
news.
is better, so it's a tiebreaker. I go first, so this is my roll to see if I hit this bad. And I need the best results possible in both dice. And I miss. Now the bat is going to attack me. Needs the best results possible. And misses.
Oh,
2 rounds without anything happening. combat ends.
Wow, you got out of it. Little less dangerous this time. That worked out.
Yeah.
That's it. And I will roll the dice and hopefully not pull even more ridiculous monsters at you.
Will be the third time. And yes, I got
2 goblins.
No, four goblins. Because this times 2 is actually just you add up both results.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not times 2 of the black dice. It's times 2 of it's same both dice get added. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
That now I need to come over there and help you with all those monsters.
No. Don't even bother. I mean, this is
bad news now.
Well, I will have to get lucky, and I will have to have the 3 bats miss again for 2 rounds, so I have time to kill these guys, and then after that I still have it's a daunting task. So this might be the end for the Dwarf Warrior.
It might be.
I think it will be. Misses, and it's my attack.
Get one of them. Yeah.
Yay.
2, right?
I killed 2 unarmored. This is 2 unarmored. I killed the Goblin
7.
Battler. 7 points.
Even if you die, I got still a long ways to go to beat you if I keep going because of your fame.
Yeah. Okay, now the Goblin Battler. Come on, miss. Yes. Equal doesn't. It's not faster than 3. And finally, the Giant Bat. Misses. Okay.
Hey.
Third round of combat.
Whew, you got one of them at least, though.
Got one of
One
them.
down.
It's so daunting. Okay. Let's go one by one. Flips. That stays the same. Stays the same. Flips. Damn it. Okay. These guys go first. -2. Negligible damage. The other guy.
Ooh, +2.
Ooh, damn it. That's game over.
Yep. That's 2 plus 2. Yeah. 4. That's gonna be 4 hits because it's 1 plus.
But it's over my limit, so
Yeah.
it's just game over.
Dwarf dies at 4 legend points, 43 fame, and 9 gold.
When you die, you just get half of your fame converted into LP. So I actually go down to 3, and those 43 are converted into 2 victory points. So I get 6. Yep.
We'll go to day 17, and I'm going to start looting. I do 2 loots and a sneak. 4, so I got to do the Hoard. Right, we got to set up the Hoard, which is over here. Oh, we already had the Hoard set up. And what did I roll? A 4. Okay, so let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cape of Alteration. Interesting. That definitely goes around the neck here.
If you equip, okay, you can reveal it to just get a point.
Yeah.
Get 1 point by fame. But then if you equip it, immediately all your brown cubes are now red cubes, and your red cube is your brown cube.
Oh.
So I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, that's not a good. That's not my strength. That'll be for later when I need all the strength to whap something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's a first loot. Let's grab another one. Another 4th one would get me the regular treasure. Which is I play somebody stashed a bunch of capes here. Shadow Cloak. And this would be reroll any hide reaction once per turn. Oh, we like that. We'll definitely put that on. The sorcerer likes that. It's kind of a cheesy way to get out of danger, which we like. Then I can get the benefit. Monsters decide to show up. Oh, there we go. So we have juvenile dragons to the tune of 2. And maybe this is a good fight. Ooh. Oh wait, those are adult dragons. It's like, ugh.
Yep.
Yuck. Juvenile dragons. 2 armor. That's still kind of a battle for me. But, you know what? Well, let's take them on. Let's take them on because I am alerted and I have the magic that I need. So, and, oh, I have to do the sneak. And I get to reroll a sneak because I got my cloak. And that's also fine, right? Because it's just a sneak action. Alright, let's see if we can make something magic here with this dragon attack here. I'm going to attack them both with Fireball, so we don't have to, where did I put this guy here? We don't have to, not that that has to go there, I'm just putting it there. So I got magic from the tile to get that, and then, let me see, I don't know if I need that much speed, 2 and 2. They can go 3, so I might as well, yeah, do the third cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm alerted I can use 6. And we'll just see. So we'll see if they flip, but I think even if they flip right, they're, I still am going to undercut them. So let's just roll them anyway to go through the process. Didn't flip. Did flip. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm doing speed of 4 because this is 3 plus Sorcerer's 1 magic speed benefit, so that would undercut both of them. And let's just see if I can take them out. It's a -1, so that is going to be, that's armored. That's to be 2, 1, so I wound that one. Doop. And then let's see if I can kill the second one. Nope. -1 also is just a wound. Getting brisked by fire, and then I roll to see if I'm still hidden. Ooh. Now this is... Oh, once per turn.
That doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work for ambush, I don't think.
It's not going to go. So now I'm unhidden. Okay, now we're
Yep.
into some stuff. Now we're into some stuff. Okay, so now they get to figure out if they can get me back this time. But maybe I can wound them each once and I can still get some sort of, get out of trouble here. Because I got the better reach.
Yeah.
Speed, I got.
So who are you targeting?
The what's that?
Who are you targeting?
I target them both because...
No, both with the fireball. Yeah. Okay.
So we're doing the fireball one more time. I have the higher reach. I guess we'll see if they flip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tactics. He does flip. Okay, he does flip. And that's 1 and 2. I have a speed of 1, which is not good for me, so...
So the dragon... The first dragon hits you
Yeah.
with a strength of 1.
And let's see here. So that's going to be wound one of these guys.
Yep.
Okay. I have like this 1 hit point here. And then we're going to do the fiery thing, and then because I'm... Oh, wait. I still shoot first because it's a speed.
No, but the dragon has a speed of 2 and you have a
4.
speed of... Oh, you have a speed of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed of 4 all of it. So actually, let's not roll this wound yet. I thought there was something up there. So I'm going to resolve the hits. So as long as I get a decent... I'll go left to right here. Come on, just don't get minus anything here. -1 is still a wound, right? Yep. So he gets taken out. Oops. Get off there. That's 10. And then hopefully we get this guy. Yeah, +2. So that takes him out too.
Nice.
Another 10. Alright. There we go. So that's some serious... I'm taking him out. This fireball tactic is definitely working very well. roll. I'm alerted, so I can use 6 cubes. I'm going to try to find the crypt. So first roll. Oh, no, neither. Any good? Nah, didn't find it. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to have the fight with the thing. So because I'm in an optimal form here where I've got magic in the clearing and here, and then I can do my thing and shoot from hidden. And so let's see how we do here with this Lich character. So I don't have to worry about this on the first turn. So I'm going to do 3. That's a speed of 4. He's at a speed of 3 or 2. We're going to find out if he flips on the first turn. He doesn't flip. Okay. I'm coming at him. Now here's the extra cool thing. I've been using the fireball with multiple monsters. So I've got these 2 red cubes and the sharpness star, but it says if you only do 1 target is selected, then the damage is 2 cubes and 2 sharpness stars. So that really puts me in this good starting place for rolls here. So I got the magic from the tile, the 2, and the 3 speed. And so far that's only, I guess I could still play this here because that's only, that's all 6 cubes because I'm alerted. So let's see if this will work out and I can take him out. I kind of want at least a 0 or plus because then I can get him. Oh, +2. Or no, it's +1, right? Is the worst result. Yep, but with a +1 and a 4, that becomes a 5. And that would take him out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's 4 plus 1 with 5.
Yeah.
So 14. Yeah, kaboom.
Yeah.
Boss kill. 83. 1, 2, 3, 4. 87 fame. Bum, 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 bum. And that would be the end. That's day 30. That's a kind of a cool end battle for the game.
That was a cool ending, yes. Yes, that was
That's
great.
cool. Yeah, we can edit that into there. And so now how would we add all this up? So this is how the game ends. And I would say, how do you do this part? Where it's...
Oh, well, now we're going to look at this part here. Well, yeah, we're going to look at this part here, okay? So, you didn't retire because you only retired at the civilization location. So you will have to return to a civilization location. And then, let me just check this in the rulebook real quick. Yeah, you're not in a civilization location. So you don't... Ooh, wait a second. You don't get the fame? That's kind of crazy. The thing that you might not be able to do, that it doesn't really say, is to convert your fame into LP if you're not at a civilization location. So
You have to ask Scott real quick, huh?
Yeah, so it might be that you only get 5.
Okay, so we did consult Scott Demers about this conundrum here with the fame and legendary points. The requirement here for retirement is that you do this at a civilization to convert these points. If you don't die, you're going to go down fighting the monsters, you have to get back to a civilization and convert these points to legendary points. So although I had valiant effort in taking out a lot of monsters, the Dwarf Warrior wins the game with 6 legendary points, kind of a legend beyond the grave, and I had 5, which wasn't bad considering the amount of catch up I had to do from the first half of the game. But our Dwarf Warrior wins. Pablo wins the game as the Dwarf Warrior, and that was a lot of fun. Definitely the combat system in Dragon's Down merits its own, if you're looking at the game from a standpoint of, well, I already have Magic Realms, should I also do Dragon's Down? And I would say that is a yes. I've played Magic Realm almost daily since July of 2020. It's pretty rare that I haven't played a game at least once or twice a week on, even when I've been on vacations, I still do Realm Speak on the computer. And I would say that we've been playing Dragon's Down for about just under 2 weeks, testing it and messing around with the modules. And after about a weekend, I started to really get a sense of it. And I really think that this combat system where you can, maneuver your cubes around to make decisions, like we did with the kobolds here, there's like a 3 speed, and so I want the 3 cubes plus the sorcerer's, using 1 magic color as a gain here. That gives me a 4 speed to cast Fireball, is allowing me to undercut the kobolds even if they flip, or they stay on the front side. And this is an idea. It's like a puzzle you solve, like in Magic Realm with the chits that you have, the characters they have, like the move H4, with a couple of effort stars and whatnot. And you're trying to figure out how do you combine the chits against the monsters to either, guarantee a kill or at least give you a very high probability of kill. And Magic Realms is a little bit more deterministic and rigid, whereas Dragon's Down gives you the cubes system where you are able to play 5 cubes in a combat per round, or 6 if you're alerted. Gives you this ability to kind of combine how many strength cubes you're going to put on a weapon. Like here's a short sword here, and you can have this cube will give you 1 strength with a sharpness star, but you could also crank it up to 2 if you have 2 cubes, and then you have 2 cubes plus a sharpness star, and that would get through, like, say, this orc armor of 2. So that sharpness star would get, cut it down, and then you still have 2 cubes to kill it. It's a really neat system that gives you a little bit more versatility for how you would arrange this. Plus, on top of the fact that you could play a human sorcerer like I did, or you could play an elf sorcerer, and you have the extra magic cube, and you wouldn't have the 4 maneuver cubes, And so there's a lot of potential here with the combination types. Also, because it's new, it's novel, and so there's a lot of things to discover. Like when I first started playing Magic Realm, Dragon's Down has a bunch of treasures. I haven't looked through the treasure stack. I'm allowing myself to be surprised by it. I get a treasure, I don't know what it is. I didn't know that this existed before this game. The Sceptre of the Sorcerer, Cape of Alteration. I don't look through the cards. I just want to play games and have them be revealed and be surprised by all the stuff in here. Then on top of the fact that there's another expansion coming, so there's a whole bunch of stuff to uncover. This is like, unwrapping gifts for your birthday kind of thing. What's the surprise going to be in this game? And that's a lot of fun. There's probably new monsters coming. It's a neat system. Definitely merits its own game. And I'm want to send a shout out to Scott Demers and Mr. B Games. And there's even an active magic here involved somewhere. I'm not quite sure, but I know Mr. B, I think, is the publisher. And so, shout out to these guys and Scott Demers for the creation of Dragon's Down. And I hope they do well with what's left of their Kickstarter, and I hope they do well at retail. That's it for this episode of Board Game School. I hope you'd enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again soon.